Well, good morning, guys. It's Chris, your YouTube daddy here, and have a happy Saturday here in November in Blackpool. You know what it's like. It's Saturday. It's 10 o'clock, so I better go get me breakfast. No guesses for where I'm going, so we'll see what's going on out here. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a little bit of filming now. So, cause it's November, and I have promised that I'll try and get videos up every day for the rest of the winter. I'm going to do a bit of filming now, so while I'm travelling to Benidorm on Monday, there'll be some filming going up. So it's Saturday today, though this will either be going up tomorrow, on Sunday, or on Monday. But I'm going to be doing some filming over the next few hours, different parts of Blackpool and stuff like that, just basically to give you lots of stuff to watch before the Benidorm stuff starts coming out. So Christmas by the Sea is open now. It's not open at this precise moment because it's 10 o'clock in the morning, but it was open yesterday, and I drove past it yesterday. I'm sure plenty of vloggers have been out there vlogging it. It did look very good, to be fair. Can't really knock it. It did look very good. The lights are, so it may be open. I'm not sure what time it opens in the morning. But as I've said in a couple of videos, there seems to be heavy on the amount of fun fair rides that are there. Oh, it is open. There are parts of it open now. It's heavy on the fun fair rides, but seems to be quite light on the market stalls. There doesn't seem to be that many market stalls there. You saw all that filming equipment on my right hand side there. Obviously that's because Strictly Come Dancing is here again. So that's what that'll be all about. Not that many people about, which is probably what I would expect now. Because what normally happens is, as you know, not last weekend, the weekend before was what I would class as the end of season. And last Saturday, was reasonably busy, which is what normally happens. And then this Saturday, you get about half the amount, and then next Saturday, so on and so forth. And then by about the time you hit the end of the month and the beginning of December, it then goes very, very quiet. It's quiet the whole rest of the time. It's just busy on the first Saturday, and then, as I said, progressively gets slower and slower and slower. I've always thought, because what happens is, it happens every year. I've said this before and I'll say it again. What happens is every year is people don't realise it's the end of season. So they come here the Saturday after the end of season and go, why is everything closed? Like there's a shock. Let that nice busman out. I'll go sit to the parking space up here. I don't mind now doing bitty videos, because before, when I was doing bitty videos, I was having to pull it together and it was putting a black board around it. But I've now found some free software that I can connect all the bits together and it doesn't give the black board around it, which is quite cool. So what I'm going to do, well, I can't park there because there's somebody who parked there. Okay, I'm not that hungry, to be fair. I'll come back later. Okay, so I'm going to go to the arcade and I'm going to go and finish cleaning up the arcade, and then what we'll do is I will then explain to you what changes I'm doing in the arcade. I did promise you guys that I was going to explain what changes I do in the arcade, So there are going to be some quite controversial changes I'm going to be doing in the arcade. There'll be a lot of people saying, my God, that's a stupid idea, and some people say that's a good idea. But I'm going to explain the changes I'm doing in the arcade and why I'm doing them changes, but we'll do that when we get to the arcade. But I say this year there is going to be some major business changes the way I operate the arcade to make it more efficient. As you can imagine, majority of my work that comes in is through the burger bar, and only a small percentage of it comes in through the arcade. So the arcade takes most of the floor space up, but creates the least of the income. So from a business strategy point of view, that's an absolute stupid, it's rubbish. It's a stupid idea. So I've been thinking, what can I do to make the burger bar more productive? Because obviously when I get there, because of the amount of people who are queuing up, I need to make it easier and faster for me to work. And when I'm operating the arcade and the burger bar simultaneously, it becomes difficult. And then so I'm going to do some major business changes, but when we get into the arcade, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. You can see now the Christmas by the Sea. I'm just going to pull over here, and then when I pull out, you can be able to see the Christmas by the Sea in all its glory. Hopefully you can see it there. There you go. And I'm going to go pull back out now. I think I'll make my way to Pete's now. Go and grab myself a brew, because I can't make a class. I'm going into my arcade now to explain all the changes and start moving some stuff around. But all my equipment has been taken out to the burger bar now, and most of it has, so I can't even make myself a brew in there now because of the water boilers being disconnected, and all the tea and coffee and everything else has obviously been taken out. Got no milk in there, so everything's been taken out now for obvious reasons, because I'm closed for 4 months. So I need to go around to Pete's for a coffee. So the plan is today is to just start formulating the plan of what I'm going to do in the arcade. I am also doing work on my house at the same time. I was doing some work on my house at the same time, but I'm one of these people who flicks between jobs. So I'll do one job here, one job there, and it stops me getting bored. If I get stuck into one job for too long, I get easily bored. Are you like that? I'm certainly like that. Low attention span. So let's go and see if Pete's here. A few people outside, was that Gruffalo's, is it? Don't think Pete's here yet. Okay then, I'll see you in one moment. Right, Pete doesn't seem to be there yet, so I've parked my car up, and I thought, let's go and see if Rick's about. We've not seen Rick for ages. For those of you who don't know who Rick is, he's Beyond the Edge, and he works on Central Pier on the donkeys. So let's go and see if he's there. It's a little bit windy today. I'm hoping, because I've got my microphone on, as you can see there, that it's the wind's not so bad. But I do apologise if there's a bit of wind noise there. So we'll go over to Central Pier. And see if Rick's there. As soon as I can cross the road, I might have to go down to the crossing. We'll be able to cross now. The lights have just gone red, so we'll be able to cross now. Oh yeah, Rick is there. Let's go and see Rick. Let's see how happy he is to see us. You know what an unhappy person he always is. So they have made it very Christmassy here, haven't they? And Rick will be surprised to see me, because I've not seen Rick for ages. So let's go in and see Rick. Here he is, the man himself, the original Rick. Sorry?
You've got nothing.
Not really.
Oh yeah, you're shut, aren't you?
I am shut, yeah. When are you going to have a shave?
Hey?
When are you going to have a shave?
Well, you do.
Look, I've had a shave.
Yeah,
See, guys, look, I am clean shaven compared to... Now, this is the original Beyond the Edge.
what the hell?
What's that?
That's right.
A proper camera now.
The DJI pile of crap.
It doesn't matter. So, you haven't got long to catch up with me now, have you, Rick?
Oh, that's what this is about.
You remember, guys, that he took £50 off me last year because we had a bet that I was going to have more subscribers than he had. And to be fair, he beat me. So, like a proper person, I'd give him the money. But what we said was... What? So what we said was, he's got I got a chance to win my money back. So we had till the end of this year.
Oh, look what I found.
So how many subs have you got now, Rick?
I didn't even look at my channel for a year.
Okay then. So check out his channel. That's Beyond the Edge.
No.
It's about time you did some work on it, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
No.
Because I've got 5,500 subscribers now.
I know. I mean,
It's probably about 1,000 more than you now.
hang on. You had a whole year to get a lead, and you've got 1,000 more.
Yeah, but you were ahead of me and you started a lot before me.
But you've only got 1,000 in a year.
Yeah, but unlike you, I've been working all season, haven't I? That's why I've come here to get your face as clickbait, because you're the original.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, so there's Rick. He is still alive. We haven't buried him under the floorboards.
Wait.
What?
You're going to have to edit that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I've got editing software now.
Oh my god. You idiot.
And I bought a new big iPad.
Now I need to see one of your videos.
Yeah, it's all...
See how atrocious they are.
Hey, look, this is the proper stuff, microphones, proper stuff. Okay, guys, let's go back over to Pete. See you in 1 second. Right, Pete's finally turned up. You should have been here at 10 o'clock, and it's like nearly middle of the day now. So he's finally turned up. He's not open yet, but he's finally turned up. But I got me brew. So I'm happy. I was telling the viewers I'm going out to do some work at my place today, but there's no kettle over there now because I've disconnected everything. So I'm going to have to come over here during the day for coffee.
I'll be able to sort some discount out.
So, you're playing bingo today, are you? Working hard? Oh, you can hear behind me, they're just turning all the equipment on now. All the lovely noises of the machinery turning on.
I hate that sound.
Oh, damn me. There's already a queue of people outside. I got some real dirty looks because there's a queue of people outside, yeah, and I just walked straight in, and they give me some right dirty look, thinking, who's he just walking straight in?
It just shows you how bad our cafe is, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're all stood outside waiting because nowhere else around is capable of serving decent food.
Yep, so they're already queuing up. But, to be fair, they should have been, they did say they'd be, can you hear the noise behind me? They did say you'd be open at 10 o'clock, and it's now like,
No, I didn't.
11:15.
No, I didn't.
You said you'd be down here
I
at
said
10.
10:30.
Wait, what time is it now?
It's
11:15.
That's why I don't do times.
Terrible. Well, it's meant to be a professional organisation. Anyway, guys,
We're open when we're ready.
I'm going to finish my brew, and then we're going to head over to the arcade, and I'll show you what changes I'm going to be doing this year. Well, I'm in the arcade now, as promised, and I'm going to spend most of the day in the arcade because I'm going to catch up with some work I need to do here. Because, as you know, when I closed on the Sunday, and on the Monday I went to Centre Parks, and I've been gadding around doing different jobs, and I've not really finished stripping stuff down in here, so I'm going to come here and strip stuff down. So what I've done to start with is I've turned all the machines on because they've not been on for a couple of weeks, and if you leave the machines off for too long they get damp and it creates you problems. So I'm just going to run them for like half an hour just to warm them up, but luckily enough they all started up all right. There's only one machine. Oh no, they've all started up. They've all started up absolutely fine, which is absolutely brilliant. So as discussed, I'm going to tell you what significant changes I'm going to do in the arcade. I'll explain the backdrop of my decision first, so then you might understand it a little bit more. Let me just centralise so you can see me better. So over the past couple of years, what's happened is, because of the amount of people coming to the burger bar, 90% of my overall turnover have been through food, which is absolutely fantastic because everybody needs to eat. But it's happening within the whole industry. The arcades themselves have been using less and less, so it's only a small percentage of my income is actually being generated from the arcade. Now, once I take into account the electricity I have to use for all the machines and the space that's being used for all the machines, it's actually not really worth me operating the majority of the arcade. And the other aspect is, when I'm working, because I do it by myself, when I'm working the burger bar, if there's a problem on the floor, there's 10p stuck, there's a 2p stuck in the machine, there's a problem here, there's a problem there, etc, etc. I'm ending up being dragged out to the burger bar when I've got a massive queue of people and having to resolve problems. I'm having to unblock a machine that's got a 2p stuck, and I could be in there serving burgers. So I've decided, with that in mind, I'm going to shut down most of the arcade. I'm going to board it off. Not all of it, just a percentage of it. So I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to keep the front bit of the arcade here open. That machine's going, that Roll'em, and that's going to be replaced by the Zingy Bingo. These machines here are staying, and the big puller is staying. And I'm going to put a board across here. You see where I am here? So there can be a board probably there. So it's going to be boarded up there, and it's going to be boarded off here, and there'll be a door there so I can get into the back of the area. So I'm going to save money not having all these machines operating. More importantly, I'm going to be able to focus more on the burger bar and turn over food faster, so people don't have to wait in the queue as long and me get distracted by coming out and dealing with things. And as well, I can use the back of the arcade as a storage place, so I can buy more stock. So rather than, because I've got limited space in the back of the in my back room, there's only so much stuff I can fit in there, and I'm struggling when I have rolls delivered, because I can only get rolls delivered once a week and stuff like that. I'm struggling with the amount of space that I've got for storage, so I'm going to use this as storage. Now, before anybody asks me what am I doing with the machines, can I sell the machines, I'm not selling the machines, I'm keeping the machines. I will turn them on once a week to make sure they're all right, but I'm not selling the machines. The machines will be staying, because at any point I want to be able to convert back to a fully operational arcade. So I'm just going to try this for the first couple of months and see how it pans out. And then if it doesn't pan out very good, I can convert it back. Or next year I might convert it back, see what it's like. So I'm not going to be selling or getting rid of any of my machines. So before, I know people will be jumping on the internet now saying, oh, I'll have that Big Ghoulies, or I'll have that Adam's Family, or what are you doing with the party time, and what are you doing with all the machines? The machines are staying. Nothing's going to change. The only thing that's going to change is it's going to be boarded off, and I'm just not going to turn the machines on. I'm just not going to operate them. I don't have to operate them, and it'll make my life a lot easier. As I said, and also at the end of the day, I'm spending 2 hours at the end of every day cleaning up. There's an hour cleaning up the burger bar and an hour cleaning up the back of the arcade. Because what happens is people come into the arcade, they sit on the pool table, they use it as a table, thinking it's a cafe and stuff like that, and I end up with loads of food and crap and rubbish all over the floor of the arcade, and it's just a general complete mess, the arcade is, and nobody's really played the arcade. So it is strange because, as you say, the burger bar takes 10% of the space, but it takes 90% of the income. So the 90% of the space is taken by the arcade. He's only taking 10% of the income, which is an absolute nonsense. Which is great because the food is going tremendous because it's a £1 burger bar. So the food is doing very, very well. But it's now to the point that I can't operate them both by myself. Now you're also going to have people shouting at the computer now saying, well, why don't you employ somebody and do all that lot? The honest truth, I don't want to. I like working by myself. I like not having the responsibility of other people. Like, for instance, I decided to close down on the 3rd of November like I do every year. I haven't got to consider laying people off, paying their money, paying their national insurance and worrying about other things. I'm here to create myself a job, and that's all I'm here to do, yeah? And I possibly could operate it during the winter. I possibly could have somebody in here operating the arcade, but it just looks far too much like aggravation to me. In my previous job, I was the boss, and I had people working for me, and it's nothing but aggravation. And when I first came to Blackpool, we had 2 hotels and the arcade, so I had people working for me, and it is nothing but aggravation. There's always personnel problem, this problem, that problem. You constantly be called on the phone. So if I'm trying to have a time off or doing something else, I'm constantly running around. And the stress level is right up here. But when you work by yourself and you've got nobody else to consider, it's nice and easy. So that's me logic, okay? Now, there will be people saying, oh my God, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. Well, that's a business decision that I've made. So I thought I'd tell you exactly where the arcade's going. So the front part of the arcade will still be open, and you will have the Zingy Bingo there. That'll be still going. You will have Deal or No Deal. So the Zingy Bingo's going to go there. The Deal or No Deal staying. Crazy Fruits is staying. And the OXO is staying, as well as the Big Ben. So all I'm really doing is moving that one there, replacing it with the Zingy Bingo, because everybody likes a Zingy Bingo. So that's going there. Keeping all that lot there, and just literally boarding there. But I will put the boarding up in such a way that I can remove it very quickly if I want to. So there might be times in the summer that it's very, very busy, and it's like during the kids' holidays, you have a lot of people coming in wanting to play the machines, playing the pool table, and playing the 2p pushers. Now, it may be advantageous that I open it during them times, but I want to have the option to be able to open it and close it when I like. Now, my logic, as you say, the reason behind it, when we went during COVID, and I was just operating the burger bar, and I boarded the whole arcade off like I was meant to, yeah, it was actually so much easier to operate, and there was nobody shouting me all the time and stuff like that, I could just focus on cooking food. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will be doing some videos when I get back from Benidorm on me actually building the walls and moving the machines around and getting everything operating correctly. I'm going to have to go now because I actually came down here to do a job, and the job is to move the rest of the stuff out to the burger bar, because I'm stripping the burger bar down and I'm having it all stainless steeled. So I'll just turn it round there, so you can see in the burger bar there itself, where I've got tiling on the back walls there, I'm going to stainless steel all of that and stainless steel all my sides, just to make it easier to clean. So it'll be it'll look better and it'll be a lot easier to clean up. Because one of the problems I'm having, because of the volume of burgers that I'm doing, it creates a lot of grease in the atmosphere, and at the end of the night I'm having to bleach all the sides down and basically scrape them down with the amount of grease. So I'm thinking if I just stainless steel straight over the top of them, it'll make my life a lot easier. And to be fair, it's not that complicated and not that expensive to measure up the stainless steel. You can get it cut to size and literally just screw it to the wall. Anyway, that's enough of me. There will be videos in the future of me putting stainless steel all around the burger bars, moving the arcade machines around, and generally getting the arcade up to spec. All I'm doing today is I'm going to move the last of the equipment out of the arcade, and then I'm going to measure up the stainless steel so I can order it when I get back from Benidorm, and then I can start putting it in place. As I said, if you like this video, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and more importantly, hit that notification bell. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you later, mate.